Hi everybody. So I'm getting my cycle 3 with IV on the first day tomorrow. So Stacey and I decided, with some of the restrictions easing in Scotland over the last week or so, that we would go out for dinner the night before I start my IV, because my appetite goes a bit funny for a couple of weeks afterwards. So I'm just waiting on Stacey finishing work, but I wanted to share another one of the side effects that they talk about with chemo that I never really got before, and I also had somebody ask me a question about it, so I thought I might as well use it as a topic for one of the videos. So somebody asked me this week, they're kind of in my wider career network, and they didn't know what had happened to me. So I was kind of giving them an update on a Zoom call when they asked me if they said, I hope you don't mind me asking, but what's the situation with your hair? How have you not lost any? So when people go through chemotherapy, there typically are 4 different kinds of main drugs, and the side effects vary depending on which drug you're given. And most people, again, depending on the type of cancer and what stage and so on, most people tend to get 2 different types of drugs combined. So I'm on one that is given to me by IV in my arm through a drip. I tend to be attached to the drip for 3 or 4 hours. So I'm in there for half a day. And then the other drugs that I take are tablet form over 2 weeks, plus other drugs on top of those to help my body supposedly deal with the side effects, like anti-sickness, steroids and things like that. So usually for about a week I'm kind of rattling with all these pills that I'm having to take, which does my nutting because I don't normally like to take drugs. Anyway, this chap had asked me about hair loss, and I had explained that the type of chemotherapy drugs that I'm on, they don't result in complete hair loss, but one of the listed side effect is hair thinning. So other people probably won't notice. And if I do have that, it'll probably only be me that notices. So if you've watched one of my earlier videos this last week, you know that I got my hair chopped because our restrictions eased. And my hairdresser made a comment that when I had my hair cut in December, which is when I was unwell but didn't know why, that my hair was thinner. So I have a lot of hair, but it's quite thin. But she had noticed that I didn't have as much. Obviously, I'd gone through pregnancy up to 12 weeks and miscarriage, and I had bowel cancer and didn't know it, so I was unwell. And then she was cutting my hair last week, and she made a comment that my hair was thinning, and because it brought it kind of to the forefront of my mind, I've noticed this last week or so, like when I'm washing my hair in the shower and things, there's a lot more hair coming out than normal for just normal hair cycles. I don't know what the terminology is called. So I got a bit of a shock when my hairdresser said that, because it's not really something that you would expect, even though it was written in the side effects. I didn't really get what hair thinning meant, or understand how that could work on a cellular basis. But it's not actually the hair, individual hair that is thinning. It's just that there's less of it. So not good. it just shows you what drugs can do to your system. So I thought, I had somebody ask me the question. I'm not going to lose my whole mop, but I am seeing more hair come out when I'm washing. So I start cycle 3 tomorrow. So I'm halfway. I just can't wait until it's over. And then once the last tablet is taken, I'm doing a complete organ, liver, bowel, everything detox to get all that toxic drugs and unhealthy things out my body, so it can start to heal and get back to being in a really good place, kind of optimally, physically, both body wise for me and at a microcellular level, so everything's functioning as it should. So, yeah, that's mixed bag. I'm excited because we're getting a little dinner out at a tapas, an authentic Spanish tapas restaurant tonight down in Leith. So I'm on the veggie and the fish dishes. Don't know what Stacey will go for. He's a bit of a predictable man when it comes to the food choices, but sometimes he shocks me when he picks something a little bit out there for him. So yeah, I'll let you know how it goes, and I'll maybe do a video tomorrow from the hospital. So I'll see you then.